Welcome, everybody, to the Gorlitz High Performance Garage Channel. Just got back from riding around in the cop cruiser. And a friend of mine, his wife, made me some stickers. And she did a pretty damn good job. She's really good at that. His name is Bud Bennett. Thanks, Bud. I want to thank you again. And your wife, I forgot to ask what her name was. I don't know her name. I've seen it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it because I have a hillbilly tongue on me and I can't pronounce hard words. I don't know. It might be something simple. I don't know. You know how the English language is fucked up anyway. But anyway, special thanks to those two for making me some stickers. And they're fucking awesome. I got one on my truck now, one on my car. And my next car show, which is next weekend, will be Saturday, I think. Chat and Chew. I'm going to do a short video out there. I'm going to take a couple of stickers out there and hand them out, maybe. I don't know. Depends. I'm not sure who would want one or whatever, but anyhow, that's what I would like to do. I'd like to give a few of them out. Materials are kind of expensive these days to make stuff like that, so I'll kind of pass them around sparingly to, some folks. I don't have that many. I got her to make me 20 of them, and that was $60 couple dollars. And they're not humongous, but I think they're a pretty good size, 4 inches by 4 inches. So, yeah, they fit in there pretty good. Of course, I got stickers all over my fucking windows in my truck and car, and I had to put them both on the front windshield, so out of the way of the wipers. So they'll be just fine right there, right where they're at. I have the other one on the lower corner of the windshield on the Chevelle. So that will be my logo for years to come. So anyway, I was just down there and picked them up, the stickers off of them, and we had a nice long bullshit session. I should have did a video on his Corvette. He's got an awesome 72 Chevy Corvette in there with a tunnel ram and 2 4s just sticking out of the hood. It's a pretty nice fucking car, and it's got a lot of custom things done to it. So yeah, but next weekend will be the Chat and Chew car show, weather permitting. I can't make any promises because, the weatherman can't predict the weather, 10 minutes from now, because they fired all the meteorologists, and they're just people that read off of a computer printout of what the computer on the satellite says to them, which is 3/4 of the time. Apparently doesn't plan for the future. And it's not right most of the time. Sometimes it is right, and then it changes and changes and changes, but whatever. I can't sit here and get into that bullshit. So, I was going to do a grocery getter video this morning, but I just didn't. I had a spectacular launch from the last red light in town today. There was a guy behind me in a Dodge Ram revving the guts out of it. I was in the Chevelle, by the way. And there was a guy next to me in a Ford pickup revving the guts out of his. And we were at the last red light in LaVale down there before you start to head up Route 42, Frostburg. And as soon as the light turned green, I mashed that orange bastard open. I didn't see any of them fellas until I was topping that next hill past 84 Lumber, which was, over a mile away. And then the one caught up to me because I slowed down. I had 100 miles an hour in a short period of time. I don't know if it would have been in a quarter mile's distance or not. Not real sure about that because I don't know. But, yeah. I just mashed on it from a dead idle. I took off. It chirped the tires a little bit taking off, but I hooked up. Got it going up through there. Shifted out a low one there at $6,000. Barked the tires. She jerked her sideways a little bit. Then I ran her up to 6 again and low 2 to drive and threw it up and left a nice loud chirp going into drive. And I opened her up on up through there and then I let out of it. After I got to about 100 on there and it was tacking 5,500 RPMs, and it'll only run about 105 or a little more with those gears. I only like to run her to $6,000. That's about where I like to run it. This engine isn't blueprinted or specially balanced or anything like the other one I used to have in there. The other one I could run it to 7,800. This one here I'm only comfortable with running it to 6 or maybe 65. But a lot of people are like, oh, you'll blow them up. And not a small block. Not a small block. This baby's got a cast iron crankshaft. And I know that's forbidden. It should be steel. Well, I don't have the money for that shit. So I just have to make do with whatever the fuck I can afford. And that's not much these days. So, which, I just want to remind everybody that I am a Trump supporter. I did vote for him. And I just have this complaint. Now, I understand it takes a while for things to happen when you're new president in there and your first 100 days. It takes a while to get things rolling and get things done. But the one thing I'm not seeing here yet that hasn't really made a big difference in my life is the cost of things. The costs of things are still up and climbing. Price of eggs around here are, $7, almost $8 for a dozen of eggs. I've seen the store brand ones came down to $5 a dozen. And the 18 packs are like $9 for 18 of them, which is fucking ridiculous when, not even 3 years ago, they was, $2 and something a dozen. In some cases, $1 and something. But, it's because, the Democratic Party, they're so communist. They know that eggs are very good for you, especially the fucking yolk. You eat the yolk, you get the best of it. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can believe the FDA all you want. They're a bunch of liars. All they want to do is police you on everything. They are a bunch of liars, okay? The FDA is not our friend. They want to see us die so they can make money off of the deaths of all of us. Plus, they wanted to crank up, they have this, the World Economic Forum owns the Democratic Party. So they're all communists. It's the new Communist Party. Well, I shouldn't say new. They've been communists for a while. But the World Economic Forum owns the Democratic Party, and what they are doing is they're trying to mislead everyone. They're trying to give you disinformation on the facts about consuming animals and eggs, milk, stuff like that. Natural milk from a cow, butter, cheese, eggs from a chicken, milk fats, all that stuff is very, very beneficial for you. It's good for you. It's been proven eons ago that it's very good for you to consume these. Meat off of cows, very good for you. Fat off of these animals is very good. It drags your bad cholesterol down, raises the good. It actually, protein in these animals with the fats is good for diabetes, and it's good for brain function. Things like canola oil, all the seed oils, soybean oil, what else? Vegetable oil. Those are motor oils, okay? When I mean that, I mean this shit. Kinda. Well, WD-40 is its own formula. But you get what I'm saying. They made these oils back in World War II to lubricate tanks. That's what they're made for. That's what those oils were made for. They were made naturally from things that grow, turned into oils to lube things. They give you omega-6 fatty acids, which you don't need. Your body produces that shit anyway. So you don't really need it. It's not a necessity. There's nobody that's deficient in omega-6. Omega-3 is what you need. So like avocado oil, peanut oil, olive oil. Those are the oils. And coconut oil. Those are the oils that are good, along with beef tallow and lard. Those are oils you should be consuming. These are oils that give us stronger, longer lives. The trouble is, with everything that the government's doing, the FDA and the USDA, they are poisoning us by giving us seed oils in everything. There isn't a goddamn thing out there that you buy in the store right now that isn't loaded with canola oil or some kind of seed oil or soybean oil or vegetable oil. And that would be mainly processed food like French fries, chicken tenders, stuff that's breaded, stuff that is processed like instant mashed potatoes, instant packs of those noodles that you buy. Ramen noodles is a pretty bad one. Plus they're sprayed. All of our wheat, all of our grains are sprayed with Roundup, which is a chemical poison for weeds and pests. It keeps these things from happening. But when you soak it, it absorbs it in. Plus, after they pick it, they soak it again. That's unnecessary. That's completely and totally unnecessary. All you need to do to keep weeds away is spray fucking vinegar on shit. And maybe a little lemon juice. That'll keep the fucking weeds away. That'll be acidic enough for that. Now, what'll happen to the grains and shit like that, I don't know. But if we stop spraying the crops with this garbage, and we do away with all the bad dyes, we do away with all the bad seed oils, and we do away with, what else is there? High fructose corn syrup. All these manufactured sugars. And just go back to cane sugar. Put cane sugar in everything. Everybody's ills will disappear. I can fucking double dog fucking promise you this. I guarantee you it will. The fucking obesity and fucking cancer and diabetes effects will all be gone. They will all cure themselves. Your body will get healthy again and it'll fight these things and you'll be back to normal. Now, is it a guarantee? No, but Alzheimer's disease, the number one cause of Alzheimer's disease right now is these seed oils. And the chemicals that they're putting in our food, and the dyes, and R.J. Reynolds and Philip Morris, the cigarette companies own all the snack food companies, so you're getting a double dose of chemicals that they put in cigarettes, in these foods, to keep you addicted. And plus, they target your blood-brain barrier. It's a piece of hide that's wrapped around your brain that keeps bad things from going in there. They figured out a way to penetrate that barrier with these chemicals. So it blocks any signals to your brain that tells you that you have had enough to eat. And it keeps your body from rejecting these bad oils and chemicals. So this is one way the rich elites like Bill Gates, the World Economic Forum, and the Democratic Party, aka the Communist Party, want to end your life. They want to control the population. And that was just one way. The other way is trying to get all females to think that males are toxic and creeps and perverts. And another one is trying to demasculate men with chemicals and trying to get them to take puberty blockers and have them remove their testicles and all this crazy ass shit. That's what this is all doing. And now they have successfully cut our population in half, coming in 20 years at least, if not 25. Our population in the Western world will be cut in half because there's no babies being made to replace the ones that are dying. And plus, that's why they're putting like glass and crazy ass shit in fucking baby formula. And, you know, vaccines, certain vaccines are causing blood clots. You know which ones. The one that starts with a fucking C, that's the number one right there. You know, anything they put out there on the market and they don't test it. They've even owned up to that they said they wasn't completely sure, but they just went ahead and did it anyway. You know, to kill you, to, you know, get us all fucking fucked up and cut our population in half so these rich elite cocksuckers can come in and just take the place over. You know, and then enslave everybody. That was the mission. Now, like I said, I voted for Donald Trump, and I think they need to kick it up a notch on this type of shit. If I was Donald Trump, I would arrest, like Bill Gates, I would put him in jail. I'd make him go away. I'd lock him up at Guantanamo Bay. And all the Democrats that were in on this, lying about Joe Biden's condition and trying to pass on disinformation and lying to everybody about everything that's going on and trying to basically, you know, control and eliminate a lot of the population. These people need jailed as well. And I would call out an airstrike on the World Economic Forum if I was president. That's one of the first things I would have done when I got in office. I would have ended these assholes. They need ended. They are communist. They are trying to kill the free world. They are trying to enslave the human race. These people need dealt with a swift iron fucking fist. And I mean yesterday they needed dealt with. These people need dealt with now. So that would be my first order of business. As soon as my ass hit that fucking Oval Office seat, that's the first thing I would have done. And then I would have been like, I don't know what happened to those assholes. And like news organizations that are purposely misleading the public because of their political views, they need to go as well. These people, they need to like take ABC, NBC, MSNBC, some of Fox, CNN especially, NPR, all them ones that are just strictly communist Democrat, they need to get rid of these people that run these. They need to put them in jail. And then these places all need replaced with people that want to report unbiased news. They want to report actual news and give you truths. The truth should be told in these places. And they're not doing that. And the only place you're finding real news is like the Benny Show and all these other places on fucking YouTube and on the internet. They're the only place you can find actual fucking news. And it's fucking sad. And Newsmax is another one that reports the shit. They actually report what's really going on, and, they'll report dangers to you. And they actually report the shit. These other assholes, these other big fucking corporate media joints, they need taken over, and these people need put in jail, and these places need a complete reset. So, they can report on bad Democrats as well as bad Republicans, and they can report the actual news. Because it's like the perfect example for, our food being toxic. The number one red flag is when places like, Europe won't buy our food because it's too toxic for them to consume. And it's like our pasta, for example. When you buy spaghetti noodles at like the dollar store or Walmart or one of those places, you cook those up and you eat them, you feel like you're going to fucking explode after eating these. And it's because of all the chemicals that is in that spaghetti. Now, if you get unbleached fucking flour from the store, make your own goddamn pasta noodles, fresh, and make a homemade sauce that you like, and put them in there, you can eat that fucking shit all day long and never get bloated and feel like you're going to explode. That's how the food is over in Europe. You can eat a whole bunch of bread, you can eat pasta, you can eat all that shit all day long, and it doesn't make you feel like you're going to fucking explode. And it's because their stuff doesn't have all these chemicals in it. And then the stuff they do buy from us is all natural shit that we make. Why can't we have that too? This is all a bunch of shit that needs to come to a head now. I mean, these people in the USDA and the FDA, they need to fire the whole lot of them and start over. And the FDA and the USDA need to report on things like what foods are having a salmonella outbreak, what foods are even better for you, and make sure that no chemicals are sprayed on anything. You don't need to spray chemicals on shit. And all these fast food joints over here, they need to stop frying everything in canola oil and switch over to beef tallow. Beef tallow has a 700 degree fucking smoke point. And if that ain't enough for you, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But that is a very high fucking smoke point. And that means that you can crank this shit up and you could really cook your fucking french fries at 400 fucking degrees like that, and it'd be perfect. But this is all craziness that needs to end. And I hope they make good on their promises. I'm complaining because the press secretary the other day said that around the United States this weekend, because it's Memorial Weekend, this weekend, the gas prices will all drop Your average of the United States will be $3.08. That ain't happening around here, folks. I just paid $3.35 fucking cents for regular down here at Sheets and Frostburg on my way home. Because I had to put gas in my car to get home. Now, I understand, the energy policy has changed. But for some reason, it hasn't reached old Western Maryland yet. For some fucking reason. And I think most of it's because this is a blue state. And all the greed from the taxes that they like to draw off of us and, make our lives shit around here. Plus, the governor, Wes Moore, is going to apparently make us inspect all our early 2000s vehicles that we have historical tags on. So now I'm going to lose a fucking vehicle again. Because I'm going to have to work on it and make it legal for inspection. My Mercury out here. I put historics on it because it turned 20 years old, because that's the rules. Any car that's 20 years old can get historical tags. Now, this car doesn't hardly leave my driveway. It's got historics on it. The Chevelle has historics on it. The truck here has street rod tags on it. The cop car has regular tags because I had to get it inspected. Now, I was just informed of this today, that in July, that this change is going to take place. Plus, they're going to jack up the price of historic and street rod fucking tags again. They only doubled it last time. Now they're going to double it again. So, Wes Moore, you can go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit. I hope you choke on your goddamn flambe or whatever the fuck you're eating tomorrow. Choke on it, you fucking piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. And fuck you, state of Maryland government. Go fuck yourself, all you fucking piece of shit delegates. Go fuck yourselves. Yeah, I'll be sure to keep an eye on you motherfuckers here next time we go to vote. I won't be voting for none of you cocksuckers. I'll be voting for somebody else. These are all these Democrat assholes. They're commies. We need to get them out of office. We need to just mop up the floor with these assholes. There needs to be another party created. The Democrats need wiped out. We got to get rid of these people because they're fucking toxic to the United States. They are clearly communists and a threat to our very existence. These people need dealt with. So, that's my bitch on this stuff. I guess I'm going to have work next week. My boss called me and said something about hauling some blacktop. Weather doesn't look too promising for that next week. It's like rain almost every fucking day. So, I don't know. I really don't know what to say or do at this point, but I'm in the poorhouse so fucking far, I don't think I can get any fucking further. So I'm not real sure what the fuck I'm going to do here. But I don't want to have to, start selling my shit like I had to last time. Because I'm going to get royally screwed here again by the state and probably by the power company and, all these other douchebags. And now I'm going to have to aggravate with trying to open my claim back up for unemployment. That's going to be real fucking fun right there, I would imagine, because it was a motherfucker to start with. So yeah, life, and then they wonder why you're pissed off. They wonder why you're fucking madder than holy fucking shit all the time. And it's because you can't afford nothing. You can't go nowhere. You can't buy shit. You just sit here at your fucking house waiting for the next bill collecting asshole to come shut your power off or to take something from you to pay for something else. And you got to make that decision. Well, do I want lights this weekend or do I want to eat this weekend? Those are the fucking choices that it's coming down to. So, I'm not real sure what to do at this point. I have no idea what to do. I mean, in the places you do get jobs at, they don't want to fucking pay you nothing. I can do all kinds of things, but nobody wants to pay you to do it. They want you to live in poverty for some reason. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But any of you that are thinking about coming to Western Maryland to live, fucking rethink that shit. Because this is poor town around here. There's nothing here. There's no work. There's no good places to fucking go have fun. The only thing there is to do around here is to go get drunk if you have the money and fuck if some bitch will let you. So, there's nothing else here to do. So, and that's pretty bad because America started here and, you know, there's nothing here to do. There's no work. It's fucking poverty town. And they wonder why everybody's turning to fucking drugs. If they can afford them, everybody's going to get high off their ass to forget all their other fucking problems. I get it. I understand. You know, I'm just not the kind of person that would do drugs. I don't like feeling like I'm out of my mind, laying around liquored up or hammered or fucking high as a fucking kite. I just can't do that. I can't do it. So, and there's another thing that's going to be coming up here next month. If I can go to it, I don't know if I'll be able to go to it or not. A friend of mine I went to school with has cancer, and they're putting on a drive, like a cruise for this guy. We're going to cruise from the Funland in McHenry, Maryland, to the Flight 93 Memorial in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Not sure when that date is. It's in June. That's all I know. I don't know when the date is. Hopefully it's a Saturday and not a fucking Sunday, because I don't want to do that shit on a Sunday. I hate Sundays. Sundays fucking suck. They're miserable. They blow big sacks of donkey dick. And it's because I have to work my fucking balls off on Sundays around here. And that's the only time I can really get anything done. I try to do a lot of shit on Saturdays to get it out of the way, but it usually doesn't work out that way. And I end up doing most of it on Sunday. So, anyway. That's my doom and gloom for this weekend, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do tomorrow. So, now that I found out this bullshit's going to happen in July, that I'll probably have to get my Mercury inspected, I'll probably won't be doing any exhaust work on it anytime soon. I'll have to leave it the way it is, and I'll have to fix that. I'll have to buy a speed sensor for the motherfucker. I'll have to buy brake shoes for the fucking emergency brake that I ripped the fuck off of it. And ABS sensors. I have to put all that shit on it so I can get it to pass inspection. The air conditioning doesn't work on it because the can, I have a can here, I'll show it to you. I actually bought one off of a fella. This thing right here on the Mercury, for some reason they break in the bottom. I guess because they're steel. They have a thing that's wrapped around them, and the shit collects in around it and rots it out, and they leak. So this is what's keeping me from AC in the Mercury. Sorry, I got a sensor in there. So if I can get the lines to come off, because they're all pressure lines, if I can get them to come off, the old one, and get the old one off and put this one on, we'll be in business for air conditioning. At least I think so. I'm not real positive on that. But anyhow, everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe. Maybe there'll be an next one, maybe there won't. I don't fucking know at this point. I'm so disgusted and pissed off about every fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen from here on. But I know I'm busted ass fucking broke. I ain't got no goddamn money. Because there's no fucking work in this fucking shithole around here. So, and everybody says, oh, just pull up your fucking stakes and just move. Yeah, because I can move with $0. Yeah, because I can move with, nothing. Yeah. That'll work out awesome. Yeah, you're just fucked because they don't want you moving. They just want to keep sucking you dry. If you get a dime in your hand, they take it. So that's how it is around here. So unless I hit the fucking lotto, looks like I'm in poverty town. I've officially hit rock bottom. Here I am. I am so super fucked right now. So maybe I should start a GoFundMe page that nobody will contribute to. So it's bad enough not getting any fucking pussy, but it's even worse when you're fucking busted ass broke and can't have anything else either. So there you go. All right, everybody. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to. If not, I don't give a fuck. All right. See y'all on the next one, maybe. See what happens.